broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello and welcome, Domies.
Oh. Domies, I like that.
Yeah, that's our new fan name, Domies.
Oh, I like it, Domies.
It sounds very close to Dummies, which was done on purpose. I am a Domie. Hi, I'm your host, Jacque Borowski. I'm here with Amanda Fields Bennett and hashtag James Lott Jr.
That's what you love.
He has his own hashtag.
I
I found this out the first day I met him, and I was like, "Wow, you're so popular."
Yes, you did know that.
And then I felt a little embarrassed because I'm not that popular.
You're popular to me.
Oh, that's what's important.
That's all that's hearts.
This is episode 10, yes. Legacy, or as I like to call it, everyone has a dormant dome disease.
Oh.
It's alliterative. It's alliterative.
Dormant like dome disease. Say it 5 times fast.
There are a couple things that I have to address. Namely, I said that Under the Dome was getting a 4th season, and it wasn't really verified news. This was something I read on my Facebook feed, which shows you that you should not read things on your Facebook feed and take them as law. That also means that if you put like a poop emoji on my Facebook feed, I'm going to be like, that is something very important.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody did that, really?
No.
No, okay, just so you're
no.
So that's not necessarily happening?
Well, here's the thing. The post was from a site called Dread Central, which had linked it from another site, which was actually just saying that a lot of the people who work on the show were anticipating a pickup.
Okay.
So there's no official word on a pickup. They film. The weird thing though is it's currently shot in Wilmington, in North Carolina. Okay. Mm-hmm. They're actually taking everything down. So it's weird because it seems like the show itself is preparing either to end or
move
to
locations.
They are also thinking of moving locations.
I would guess that they would go to Atlanta or Vancouver if they're going to go with the same type of scenery.
Yeah. Right. Or in Pittsburgh. These days people go to Pittsburgh a lot now and doing a lot of filming.
And there could be several reasons for that. I mean, sometimes a shooting location gets to be too expensive.
Well, I recently heard about this article. I wish I would have read it. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared for this conversation right now.
Did you too see it in your Facebook feed?
I saw it in my dreams. No. My sister just recently moved to Atlanta, and she read an article that a lot of production is moving from North Carolina down to Atlanta. Atlanta does a lot of the like zombie movies and vampire shows and things. They do a lot of stuff out in the woods down there. They have good scenery for that.
And there are certain states, like I work for a production company, and our company, when we filmed Low Winter Sun, we filmed it in Michigan. Okay. And there are certain states that give certain like advantages for people to film there. Obviously, Detroit, being a city that needed a show was very willing to have us.
So they have the incentives in place to bring in production.
Yes. So my guess is that Atlanta is trying to set up some big incentives.
Do we know that? I mean, the show's doing well for the network, isn't it? I think it is.
It's actually doing not so well as far as live TV, but as far as like DVRing, it's doing well for
that's
DVRing.
How everybody watches TV nowadays.
Yeah,
that's true.
I do, and at least.
Well, no, me too. But I know they count on live, but they do count in sometimes. I guess the playbacks, or we call them DVR stuff.
Right. And it also depends on the type of show. Yeah. I guess Under the Dome you would think would be more of a quote unquote live view event. Yeah. Which is why they're kind of like, oh, the live view is not so good.
I think it used to come on Sunday night, and now it's Thursday night, so that might have shifted.
And it's late Thursday night.
Yeah.
It's late Thursday night.
And people that have to get up and work in the morning might not want to stay up that late.
And people know that a time slot can kill a show. It really can.
That's very true. We've seen it happen. Yeah, we've seen it happen.
So moving along, we're starting with Hector Martin, who is Eric LaSalle from ER.
Who I'm glad to see him working.
And is not the guy who died in the other episode of Under the Dome. And I was wrong, and I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I thought it was the same actor. It's not. That character's dead.
And I'm sorry, last week we couldn't get a lot of things straight because there was a flying cockroach in the studio. As
We
you
were
might,
stressed out.
Yes.
we might have gotten a lot of things wrong.
And now they moved us into Studio C, which
Yes.
is my favorite studio, and it's a lot cleaner than Studio
It's like cleaner.
B.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on SNL, that Fox and Friends like scrolling thing that says like these are all the disclaimers, the shit I
that
got
we
wrong.
said that's not true.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's good.
But I know that I was like, wait, doctor. I didn't know if it said doctor or if I was just making that up because of ER. But I was like, Hector Martin, Doc Martin.
Doc Martin.
Doc Martin.
Oh
Doc
my
Martin
God.
in the house.
I'm glad to see him working, so that's good.
So even if he's not playing a doctor, he's from ER, so I'm going to think of him as Doc Martin.
I never actually watched ER
okay.
because I feel I was pretty young for when ER was on the
Oh,
air.
okay.
I didn't watch
wasn't.
it either.
I wasn't young.
I did
I
not.
also lived in Germany when I was a kid,
Oh.
so that like clouded my view
Oh, yeah.
of like what television was available. I'm not even sure that ER was there.
I probably wasn't.
They had
Old
Fraggle
enough.
Rock and Nick at Night.
Oh,
and
how
that was
funny.
about it.
Fraggle. Oh, I love Fraggle
Down to
Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
I love that, yes.
Of course, this is not the after show for
No,
Fraggle
not for
Rock.
Fraggle Rock, no.
I'm sorry,
There
but
should be one. That's
Yes.
next.
Yes.
Hector Martin.
It's alive.
Hector Martin is alive. He's
and in the dome.
He is
The
the
dome.
actual head of Acteon, and we have him magically arriving under the dome.
Yes, of course.
Which begs the question: if people can still, I thought we had the dome exit sealed
Yes,
up.
I thought so also.
And so now that people can come and go as they
please, yeah.
why couldn't the people just leave when all this kinship
with you on that one. I'm with you on that one.
happened? And I understand that at the end of the episode they explained that like he bombed it as he left, but it was open before then for him to get in.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm not.
I would agree with you on that one. I'm confused too.
This episode introduced a lot of new characters and a lot of new information. So
Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of
I was
information.
a little bit like befuddled by some of it because I'm a domie.
Should.
But I think we're gonna take it through the episode and see.
Yeah.
But I just have to say I'm so happy. I was happy with the beginning of the episode. Like
Me too.
Jarby,
Oh, they're
hashtag
back.
Jarby,
They're back.
kissing in the forest.
The emotions brought him back.
They're back, and now he's an undercover spy.
Yes.
But then, at the end of the episode, you feel like, is he still on our team?
Will
Right.
he? Won't he?
Will he? Won't he?
Well, they're claiming that he's dormant, so he's
Right.
not really okay.
They meaning the Acteon people
Yeah,
that showed up.
people, yeah.
So
today.
Doorman is the huge issue in
Yeah.
this episode because apparently anyone who is in a cocoon, which is just not Julia and Big Jim, as far as I
Oh,
remember.
right.
Everyone else who was in a cocoon could have this problem
Right, could be
where their alien being that's feeding on their body like comes to life because it was dormant before.
Yeah, like,
but
yeah.
now
And it was fed by the cocoon and the amethyst and all the purple and pink stuff.
yes.
Yes.
The pink stars falling in
And
line.
yes, and the oxytocin.
Go on, girl.
And so whenever they have this in them, there's what we find out in this episode is that it never really ever goes away.
Right.
And that it just becomes a dormant disease. And that everyone that thinks that they're cured and they're in the resistance, now everyone's kind of like,
Does
oh
that
my
mean
God,
it's like
could
herpes?
Could it come
where
back?
you can
Could
have
it
like
flare up?
outbreaks. I'm trying to find a real world equivalent here.
That's good. I like that.
Something that you
Yeah.
definitely don't want in your body.
right.
But
Yeah.
it never goes away.
But it never goes away.
You always have it.
It's always
Well, they
there.
compared it to chicken pox. But
Yes, that is a much better example than herpes.
Oh,
Children,
yeah,
don't listen to my examples.
Well, yeah, they say once you've had chicken pox, you're never going to get it again because it's kind of like getting a vaccine because when they give you a vaccine, they give you a little bit.
Of the disease.
a little bit of the disease.
Yeah, to make your body resist it. Ooh, I'm figuring things out with my explanations. So maybe this cure-all that they're going to introduce into the Under the Dome people, the kinship,
Yes.
they say it's a cure. is it a cure?
Yeah.
Is it just like,
Right.
Exactly.
are they
I
going to
know.
try and reinfect the healthy people? What is it? What is this goo? What is this?
What is this
liquid?
goo?
Well, we learned that Hector does not want the dome to go up.
Yes, Hector does not want the dome.
Major.
He doesn't want the dome to come down.
Bum, bum,
He
bum.
sealed off the
Yes.
dome and with the intention of keeping himself inside and his team. So
And what's the creeper with situation with Lily? Like Hector and Lily, are they?
why
a
is
couple?
Lily 12 and Hector's either her dad or boyfriend? I'm not sure what's happening there. Under the dome, why do you keep doing these
Christina
severe,
Jr.?
severe May
Well,
December romances?
I will play devil's advocate for a second because I thought it was creepy also. But I'm playing
Okay.
devil's advocate that maybe because they were best friends, her father and him, that he kissed her on top of the head like a daughter-like figure, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, like, okay, I'm gonna take care of you. Okay, mwah. Like,
Right, but it did seem a little bit like they were like, you know, we're gonna start making out. Nah, you know,
Yeah.
that's what they kind of did.
I think it's just because of how the show has gone that we go there.
It was also weird the way that scene was shot, where it was like so super close to them.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe if it was like a backup shot where
Yeah.
you could see, okay, these people are sitting next to each other
Yeah.
on a bench. What a nice
Yeah,
like
okay, I agree with you.
parental moment.
I agree.
Except for all those shots were
They're so
just
close.
uncomfortably
They
close.
were close. So intimate. They're very
Yes,
intimate.
and so when you
But
feel like that, you start to get the sense
Oh, I
that
agree.
this is more intimate
I
than
think it was
Yeah.
close because we needed to see what was going on in Hector's eyes because something was happening there.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
felt like this Hector character is kind of akin to Christine Price because he had that
Well, sounds-
same glaze
I was
glare in his eyes.
wondering, is he infected himself?
Yeah, and is he just like playing pretend like Sam?
Or maybe he's infected himself. It's dormant in him, and he's in there because we still don't know. We have Big Jim bring up the issue that maybe was it Big Jim who said that this doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
you
Big Jim
know?
said it, yeah.
Yeah, and so we don't know if this is actually a cure or not.
No, we don't.
And
what-
we don't know what their purpose being there really is.
No, not really.
I'm very perplexed. What about Lily's father,
It's Patrick.
Patrick?
He seems to have the worst. And I think it
Worst
might have
case of infection?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it might have to do with how long he's had it.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on with him? Did he get quarantined? Is
Looks,
that why
looks,
he
looks
does?
like it. Looks like it, yeah.
Is that why he's in a tube of
Yeah.
despair? That's
tube
what I'm gonna
of
call
despair.
it.
I like that, too, despair.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me out of here. Like, I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Glass case of emotion.
And I'm pixelated.
He was. That was some good
That
scenes,
was-
though. Some good pixelation.
Right. Under
Which-
the Dome spent 90% of its budget on that pixelation.
And those little dots were so, like, we actually saw it more close
You
up
know we
this
did. No,
time.
I was thinking something. Yeah, we did.
It was a little white dot with a long line.
Yeah,
and
like a
it looked-
pin. Like a pin.
Yes.
I was watching too, girl. I was
Like a
watching too.
straight pin. yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we learn really what when we see Patrick, we learn really what the aliens are like when they've totally infected a body.
Yeah.
And we know from previous episodes that the aliens are here because there was some force, some bad guy on their planet. I don't want to say bad guy. I want to say
yeah.
like some invading force that
Yes.
kicked them out of their
Yeah.
planet. And
Oh, this
Yes.
is an interesting theory.
no, they've explained
they
this.
explained that.
Like
That's
there's
explained.
some invading force that kicked them off of their planet.
I missed that part. Wow. Okay.
It's okay. There's a lot of information.
There's a lot of information.
It's okay.
There's
So
a lot of information,
now they're here trying to inhabit this planet, and
Right.
this is the experiment under the dome. But
But they're just attacking Earth the same way the other people attacked their planet.
well, they're
Kind of,
trying
yeah.
to
Yeah,
take
basically.
over Earth.
You're right.
Basically.
Yes. They're
Chain
trying to
reaction.
farm Earth. Which I actually, now that I've seen this episode, think of the dome because I start to think, okay, what is the purpose? Why didn't you just like drop these people off
right.
wherever and have them just go on infecting people? Like, why aren't you doing that?
Right.
And I thought maybe the dome was an incubator of some sort.
Ooh,
Like
okay.
Amanda is always telling us though the dome is like a womb or the dome is like a pregnant belly.
Yes.
And there are so many symbols on this show of that.
Yeah, there is.
New life.
Yeah.
And so I thought maybe the dome is an incubator. Maybe these people have to be together in this kind of alien infection zone for a certain period of time before they can be released to the world, because they do eventually want to bring the dome down. And the only difference
and they want to make sure they're strong enough to stay in their alien state.
And now the only difference we know is that Hector doesn't want to bring the dome down, but the kinship does.
Right.
So what does that mean?
And the dome's calcifying, so it's like...
Or is it?
Oh, there we go.
What is this calcifying lie? I don't understand. Like, okay, I know what calcifying means.
Yes.
And they try and show that like something's changing on the inside, but we know that they fooled us before with the surface of the dome.
But he's saying it's sealing up.
Dome TV.
Dome.
That
was a few episodes ago. Yeah, no, but
but to say it's calcifying and then you see it. It's like, could it just be the dome vision again? Just trying to mess with people.
That's true.
No, you're right. That's true.
On a smaller scale. I don't know. Just a thought.
We have brought in these different elements.
It could be anything at this point with the show.
Yes, that's actually true, too.
That is true.
Because they will flip things in a second.
My theory is that Hector came in there with the idea of sealing everything off because he wants to just kill everybody. That's his solution. Maybe he realizes he can't actually save them, and maybe this this cure is really just killing the whole town so that it doesn't spread to the rest of humanity.
Maybe that's what that long lost gaze was at the end of the episode.
They felt bad.
Yes, maybe he feels
he's like, oh, it's time, I have to do it.
So it's about killing the few to save the greater. More. Yeah.
Well, that's what Joe was ready to do. Joe, this episode.
He became a man, folks.
Yes.
Became a man in front of our eyes.
Yes.
I love that when he was talking to Barbie and Barbie's trying to break him out. Of course, you would think naturally he'd go with Barbie and then life would go on.
Because that's what Joe has done from the previous
Exactly.
seasons.
And so when he said to him, when Barbie's like, they're going to kill you afterwards, or basically, I'm paraphrasing a second, but he was like, yeah, I know I'm dead, but if I don't do this, we're all dead. That's just a sad but smart thing to say.
Yes.
Wow.
So you have to do it.
And Joe is kind of dumb. He's
Domey.
a smart kid, but
He's a domey.
But a domey because, he was confronted by Junior and Uncle Sam. And they were like, okay, so are you going to build this thing or what?
Right.
And are you going to be with us? And he's like, I'm never going to be with you. Like, just... outright, like it was cool that he was standing up for himself and being in the resistance.
Right.
But it's like, oh no, you got to choose your words.
Yeah, you're by
wisely.
yourself.
Yeah, he's still got some stuff to learn.
Which is like life sometimes.
Yes.
Young men, of course.
And we have that weird whistle that signifies the kinship, and I'm wondering, does that have anything to do with the frequencies they need to bring the dome down?
Well, it did make that amethyst go when Sam was creepily doing it.
Well, and Joe was messing with the sound frequency and trying to figure out that with the amethyst. And I was just thinking, it kind of brings me back to the first season when they had the radio station.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
And that sound...
the one that burned down.
Yeah.
Sadness.
Yes.
The sound that he made with the frequency, it sounded familiar.
We should have a moment of silence for DJ Officer Phil.
And today is National Radio Day.
Oh, speaking of National Radio Day,
Yes.
we like to thank our fans for listening to us on iTunes.
Yes.
And
thank you.
and for watching us on YouTube. If you watch us on YouTube, click that thumbs up, write a comment. We read the comments, we respond to them. If you listen on iTunes and you download on iTunes, please leave a comment there. It helps draw attention to AfterBuzz TV, which helps keep AterBuzz TV on the air.
And keeps us on the air, too, if you like us.
Keeps us on the air. So
we
rate us,
like
comment,
us.
and if
After
you,
last week, I don't know. I'm kidding.
If you comment on iTunes, you'll get a shout out, and I'm going to actually give some YouTube shout outs to two people that have very French usernames. Ooh. One is Say CL, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, and Sherry Odette, who both recognize the bug terror that Amanda and I were having. They recognized that bug was ginormous.
Yes, thank you for noticing.
And we would like to appreciate you right here.
Yes, thank you for feeling our pain on that. We did not make that up.
No.
You could not make that up.
I love it.
But yes, keep tweeting
please
at us.
Do. Yeah, always tweet everything, please, please. Hashtag ABTV under the dome.
Which is a very long hashtag, but we will recognize it.
Yes, we will.
So Joe is playing with those frequencies.
Yes, he is.
And he is trapped in there when Nori tries to Barbie tried to bust him out first.
Yeah.
And then Nori comes by to try and bust him out, and he's like, no, I'm being here to
By the
save
way,
things."
this is also when Joe learns that Barbie is back to normal.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's a big deal.
Yes.
He was like, how do I know I can trust you? This is like what Sam just did. And he tried to say he was cool, and then he took me somewhere and knocked me out.
Which is a very valid concern.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm like, I kind of get that.
It's a very valid
Joe's
concern.
trust has been damaged.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
So has everyone under the dome.
Oh, yeah. Who trusts anybody anymore?
No.
Well, who trusts anybody? So that's why Nori learned how to use a gun in this
Nori was like
episode.
working it out too this episode.
Ooh, yeah.
She
Watch
has-
out for Nori.
She has no mothers anymore. She's like, I gotta take care of business.
She's got to take care of herself.
Yeah.
We have that first scene that happened on the tail end of the
Oh, her
last
mothers.
episode
I know,
where we
so sad
have
about
the
that.
townspeople coming to
To the house they were in.
to the house they were in to
Yeah.
try and
Snuff them
capture
out.
them, kill them.
Well,
What's not.
was this it was a house / funeral parlor?
It's,
Yeah, funeral
it's
parlor,
Reverend Coggin's funeral
Yeah.
parlor.
Okay, so it was like they just turned a house into
That's what it looked like. They're downstairs and then upstairs
Reverend
later.
Coggins, I
happens-
assume, lived there, and
happens
then
a lot in a small town like
Yeah,
that.
makes sense.
Yeah.
it happened on 6 Feet Under.
It sure did. That's right.
Love that show.
Oh, me too. Oh, I know so.
I'm like out of the loop. I haven't seen it.
Oh, you don't watch
Oh,
it
you
either?
gotta watch 6 Feet
Okay.
Under.
There was a unique death every episode in the beginning, which I just loved.
I think Under the Dome fans would like 6 Feet
Yeah, I
Under.
think so too,
It's a
actually.
very sci-fi.
Yeah, it is.
It would be a
Yeah.
crossover audience.
Yes.
And it had one of the best series finales ever.
I actually have not
Okay.
seen the last
You haven't seen
season.
it? Once you get there.
Okay,
Don't
don't
I won't say
spoil
that.
it. 10 million years later, after
10
the show's
million.
been off the air,
I know.
don't spoil
Just
it.
let you know it's good. You'll love it.
Guys, don't tell me the ending to Sopranos.
Yeah. Don't tweet her about it. Don't.
I've actually seen that one.
That was an interesting one too.
I'm only on season 4. Anyway,
Okay.
so Nori learns how to use a gun in
Yes.
this episode.
Yeah.
She tried to shoot it in the first episode where Big Jim is relentlessly killing townspeople. And I understand that they're attacking the building and that he has to kill them. But there is still this sense of, but what if those people snap
Exactly.
out of
I felt
it?
the same way. I felt the
At
same
first,
way.
I was like, "Yes, Big Jim," and I'm like, "Why am I cheering for Big
Right,
Jim?
exactly, of course.
Killing people.
Right.
This is not okay."
Well, he
Yes.
is protecting our renegade group of
He
rebels.
is. He is. But
So-
I felt the same way you did. I was just like, but they're not themselves.
Right,
So
it's
you're
unfair.
Right.
You feel like it's unfair.
it would be
Right.
like killing Barbie before he came to his senses.
right.
But at the same time, you understand that
You kind of have
even
to.
though it's Big Jim, like, you understand that they're doing it in
Yeah.
self-preservation.
Yeah, he has to kind of do it. They're coming after them
Right. And
with
so
torches and
And I feel
shit.
like
So-
is this all for naught? Like, are they all dead anyway? Like, is this?
well, they're
battle-
they're infected.
yeah, they are infected.
Oh, it's so
And
sad. I'm sorry. I went to a dark place.
You can have a moment. You can have a moment. Can we lower the lights, please? Just kidding. Yeah, we need a candle. No, but it's funny because basically, the part that made me laugh. This episode had many funny moments to me. When they go back there and the bodies there's like 2 bodies laying really
Yep.
awkwardly.
Best moment ever.
It was like
2
one-
extras had the best job.
They did.
One
They
was
weren't
sleeping
even-
on the stairs, and the other was sleeping on the banister.
They didn't even bother to make them look bloody
Nope,
or disheveled.
not at all.
They're like,
Nope.
here's a brand new white T-shirt.
Exactly. And the
They're
body
like,
there.
We
Put
took
it
a
on.
coffee out of craft services. You can take a nap right there,
Right.
and we'll pay you overtime.
Exactly. I loved it. I was like, that was kind of
This is a really featured role.
Yes, exactly.
It was a featured role.
And
Hey.
we're
They
not
had
gonna,
their backsides
not
featured.
gonna see your face, but
The camera was on them for a while. So,
Mom,
yes.
that's my butt. I'm under the
This is
dome.
my Exactly.
It's my part.
Oh, that's my hand. It's like this. It was his hand. That's my hand right there.
I was a hand model.
Oh, exactly.
I did feel bad for the extra who was hanging on the banister because it looked so
Uncomfortable,
uncomfortable.
completely.
I
I'm
hope
like,
they
I
give him
hope
some
they-
kind of like
I hope he
rubber
got
to lay
hazard
on.
pay.
A yoga mat or something.
it
Yeah.
looked totally uncomfortable. I was like, ugh. Did.
And it must have been hard for people to act around that too,
Yeah.
because if I was one of those bodies, I would be giggling nonstop.
Yeah.
I would be like,
Exactly.
I guess that's why I'm not on that show.
Right, exactly. There you go. See, we
Oh my
catch,
god,
we catch everything.
we should get to play like dead people in
Oh,
the
I'd
town.
love to. I'd love to.
Like the
Oh.
under the dome people just
And put me in the most awkward position ever.
Yes.
And make me stay there for like 10 hours.
And have Andy
Fine.
run over me with his bloody paws.
Yes, exactly. I know, really, totally.
I'll be one of those white dress ladies in the pile.
Aw.
Creepy white dress ladies.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them, though.
They would
That
give you
was
cool
so
makeup, though.
horrifying. Yes, I did like the makeup. Good
That
job,
was
makeup.
Like, you
artist.
like the makeup.
It was great.
It was
They
great.
did look beautiful. I mean, they did
Yes.
look beautiful.
So
Beautifully dead.
We're moving on to our next topic, which is Ava Eats People. Ava
Ava's baby.
I like that title, actually, over
Ava
there.
eats people. It's
Yes,
true.
and
In
she
order
did.
to grow the baby that is incubating in her belly,
Yes.
she eats people. I
Yeah.
believe we all saw that coming.
I think we did see that coming. Didn't you see that coming?
Well, I knew something was going to go down with all the ladies. I thought it was going to be after the baby was born. The baby would
Then the
need
baby
to,
ate them?
to like
Yeah.
eat all the ladies to survive or suck
Right.
their soul or something.
Right.
That sounded so
Instead,
weird.
I know.
instead she just did this weird, what
Like-
seemed like a squeezy mind meld
Yeah.
situation.
Oh my god! I just realized something. It's like the four hands
It is
on
like
the mini dome.
Yeah.
The mini dome is like a pregnant belly, and
So
they
they-
put their hands on the dome.
There you go, girl.
Oh my god. It's all coming together.
It's all
As
coming
we talk
together.
about it, I come
so
up
many
with little
birthing
tidbits.
metaphors.
There's a lot of birthing metaphors.
But I mean, the four hands have to mean something. So maybe this is kind of.
Amanda, we're already stretching for straws here.
Just a few straws.
We lost the monarch. We don't know what that
I know,
means.
the monarch.
And all the
Oh,
butterflies were dead.
they're all dead.
Some of the hands are dead.
Some of the
We
hands.
don't know what that means.
It's like,
So now we have new hands that are also like dead.
dead.
If you can tie the four hands and the monarch into this, and I know I've asked this before, and we've actually had some people, some fans have some very great ideas.
Oh, okay.
And so
As long
if
as you haven't read the book and don't really know.
no, the book has nothing to do with this.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay,
There's no dome four hands situation.
okay. That was a creative leap. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Some creative licensing.
Yes.
On TV. But yeah, if you have an idea, please tie it together. Please let us know.
Yes.
I'll probably think of something after the show.
Okay.
Amanda has some great ideas too as to trying to tie it together, which means you should be hired to write for the show.
Exactly.
So you can
Hello.
tie in
Season
all the
4.
loose ends.
Season 4.
Yes.
Call me.
So we have all those dead bodies thrown
Yes.
into a bin, which is horrifying.
that
Julia
was.
sees that. I feel like Julia, this whole episode, is just running around and being like,
Touching
I love you,
things.
Barbie. Or, that's shocking.
Yes, totally.
Or like, don't shoot me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
she did say that a lot this episode.
Like, Julia, stop running around. Find a place and hide. Like,
I know. She's supposed to be dead.
Yeah,
She's
it's,
not
be
even
it's like, don't let
hiding
everybody
out.
see you, and everybody's seeing her.
and now
Right.
she's like, I've got my flaming hair. I'm running around.
Right?
I'm Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy, that was
Big
pretty
Jim
funny.
calls her Raggedy Ann this
that was
week.
pretty
At
good.
least put a hat on.
That Raggedy Ann line was my favorite.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
I also like how Junior has the town digging up around the cabin just to make sure she's dead.
It's like they're
Way
all
to be thorough,
dogs.
Junior.
It's like they're dogs, like digging up
I know.
for a bone. Like, no.
I just want to punch Junior in the face.
Oh my God, this
I
episode
want to punch
especially.
him so much in the
this was-
face.
I
Ooh.
feel so bad for Alex Koch because I'm sure he's a really nice
Oh yeah,
guy.
well, no, yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
But his
No,
character has gone through several evolutions
He
of,
has.
of wanting a punch in the face.
Starting at episode 1, minute 1.
Yes.
Oh,
You know, when he locked his girlfriend in the
I
basement
know,
cellar.
yes. Oh, I know.
this is pre-domeification.
Don't forget. Ooh.
Before the dome even came down, he was already
BTD.
needing a punch in the
before the
face.
dome.
And then last
BTD.
last year with
BTT.
all of his painting situations.
Oh, he had paintings and his mom and all that. I mean, he did have like kind of a screwy parent situation.
He did have a very screwy.
He did.
parent
Very
situation.
well,
Well,
screwy.
his dad is the town murderer.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
But now he's kind of like the town savior, which
He is.
is fascinating.
Redemption of some
Savior
like
by
Me too.
still murdering.
Dome Jesus.
sort.
Oh, by the way, Hector Martin coming into Big Jim's face with a gun and like, oh, you know what? This town, you might think they need them, but I don't need you.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
true.
Big Jim did. This wasn't very smart. Big Jim could have just been like, oh, he died in this, whatever. Instead, he takes him over to there, and Hector starts, because Hector's not dumb,
No.
he starts to put, well, he's the head of a company. I
Right,
assume
so you
he
should
got,
figure something out.
Yeah. And,
You can connect the dots.
And he started to connect the dots, and he's like, wait, you killed my friend.
Right.
And so
Yeah, because Big Jim had
this plan
story about like, oh well, doctor.
Well, the dog ate my homework.
Right, exactly.
On it.
He went back to this house because he wanted to find all this other information, and he didn't want to come with us.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't buy it.
That story was not well planned, Big Jim.
No.
And then I decided that by Hector Martin, like, not putting up with his BS, he's like, oh, Big Jim just got Big Jim.
That's right. He got Big Jimmed.
So then Big Jim offers.
Now.
I like it.
He offers to be his sort of like undercover spy.
Again, another kind of alliance of frenemy, not even friends, just enemy, but just kind of coming together.
And we have a lot of people that want to go undercover. We had Big Sam going undercover on behalf of the kinship. We have Big Jim going undercover on behalf of Hector, so he can inject or get Christine's whatever to inject DNA.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got, I've got something even bigger for you. I can get the DNA from Christine. It's like, how are you going to do that? What's your plan? You're going to go and have sexy times with Christine?
It will be fun to watch because, they're good together. So it'll be fun to watch.
So it's like the dad and the son are with the same woman. This is messed up.
But it's funny. We had no Marg today in this episode. No Miss Helgenberger.
They gave her a break. She had a vacation.
Yeah, she had some rough episodes there. Always being misty and dewy all the time.
Yeah, she's too tired of being stabbed on television. She needed a break.
I know. I was like, she wasn't on today. I was like, oh yeah, okay. But yeah, no, I think Big Jim and the actors together have chemistry in terms of just kind of the good acting. So it'll be kind of fun to see.
This is
going to
sound mean coming from a woman about another woman, but I have to say it.
Never
It
happens.
has to be said. No, maybe she was getting her lips fixed up.
No, that's fair. That is fair.
It's pretty clear.
She does have
something.
big
But I say that now, but who knows what I'm going to want done in a 15, 20, 30 years,
But the thing is about lips
I don't know.
There's a natural way to do things, and then there's a Lisa Rinna way to do things.
Oh, Lisa, Miss Big
Rinna.
Lips.
Oh.
I tell you a quick story. So
she was so beautiful before those big lips.
Yeah, I'm going to do just a quick little thing. It was really funny.
Still beautiful.
So, when she was on Dancing with the Stars, my mother didn't watch that season, but she was like, I saw a commercial. And I was like, who's that black lady with big lips? Oh, that's Lisa Rinna. Because the spray tan, the big lips. She's like, who's that black lady with big lips? I said, that's Lisa Rinna. I was like, oh, I forgot about Lisa.
Oh, Jesus,
so,
take the wheel.
Thanks, Mom.
She just said, Jesus, take the wheel. No. I mean, we're just commenting on the way something looks on a TV show.
Yes.
Well, what's interesting is with television nowadays, because we have HD capability,
shows everything.
You have to be very careful with your makeup.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And that's why it was so nice to me to see that close up. Not nice to see a close up of dead bodies in a pile. I don't want to say it like that.
Right.
But they did the makeup so well on them that if they did a close up like that and they hadn't done that, we would be like, wah, wah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like it made it really like hit us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
you saw Julia's reaction, which was great.
Yeah.
And then you see it and you're like, what is she reacting to? Oh my God.
I know, that was crazy.
Yeah. So that was a cool shot.
Well, I'll give you points. Julia always looks natural. Rachel
does.
she always looks good.
Yes.
She always looks good. She doesn't look phony or anything. So for your HD thing, it's like she looks good all the time.
Speaking of that, we're going off on some tangents, and that's okay. But haven't you noticed in film and television that because of the HD, I feel like there's a lot more like fake teeth happening, like
fake teeth?
veneer situations.
Oh yeah, easily.
Tons of veneer situations.
A lot of that, and I feel like even as early as just 10 years ago, people didn't really do all that because of the.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we're all like, do I have lipstick on my teeth?
Yeah.
What's happening? Okay.
Right. I've seen about that. Yeah, I believe that. HD really shows everything.
Yeah, and plus as Americans, we're obsessed with having nice teeth.
But I remember like watching the movie Twister the other day, and I was
Twister.
like, oh, well, everyone's teeth look nice, but nobody's teeth were like crazy white.
Right.
It wasn't like a thing that people did.
Yeah, extremely white teeth are in right now.
You didn't even notice it before, and I bet in another like 5-10 years we're gonna be like, oh man, that looked really stupid.
Like these people looked fake and weird.
Yeah, artificial.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, how about just some whitener? That's all right.
That is one thing about the other characters on Under the Dome, though. The makeup this season in particular has been very natural on them, which makes more sense because they're stuck under a dome.
Yeah,
They're
exactly. Hello.
Yeah, they're not going down to the Walgreens and raiding the makeup aisle. I think they got more important
Because
fish to
Reverend
fry.
Coggins already burned that.
He
Yeah.
did, right? But I have
And
coupons.
if he didn't, Barbie and his team burned it when they were
yes.
part of the kinship.
Oh my
Yes.
god, that reminds me of Sharknado 3 when they're in the middle of a battle and they're like, it's real and it's Benefit Cosmetics mascara. They're real mascara. And
I
it looks
love
like
it.
a bullet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta stop me from my tangents.
Okay, wrapping up.
He's stopping you.
Last thoughts.
Yeah.
So Nori learns how to use a gun.
Yes.
She learns how to use a gun with a silencer, and she manages to save Julia from
like that.
the crazy kinship lady who was
her-
the midwife.
Harriet.
Harriet. Her name was
Yes.
Harriet?
She takes out Harriet, who had the dome baby originally, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then we have that last shot where it's a are they, aren't they of Ava and Barbie macking out, and we're like, how far has he gone?
I just love that. I just love that Nori is basically Julia younger.
Yeah,
Yes.
she is.
I love that.
So
is.
is Ava like pulling Barbie back into the kinship just by being near him with that baby? Like,
Maybe.
is that
Yeah,
is the
I
life
don't know.
force of that baby strong
It's
enough
a queen
to
baby.
change him back?
Yeah, it's a queen baby, so yeah, it has to be
Is
strong.
he a flip flopper?
Flip flopper. A flim flammer.
Any final thoughts about this episode before we go into
Yes.
predictions? Oh.
Yes. Yes, I always have thoughts. Too
Well, say
many
it.
thoughts. I think every one of the characters that's been there since the beginning, basically the resistance, they're having to confront their own demons. Like, Big Jim is having to deal with someone that's like him. He's afraid of someone taking over because he likes to be in
Yes.
Yeah,
charge.
that's true.
Julia is afraid of losing Barbie. She just got him back, and now she's scared she's going to lose him again.
Yep.
Nori's afraid that she's going to lose Joe again. He's
Nori
literally
has a right to be afraid to lose
Yeah.
anybody.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
She's lost a lot in her life already.
Yeah. Major
And she's
people.
there, and Joe is literally behind bars. But
Yeah.
he's happy to be there, which is strange.
Well,
He's there for a reason.
We are worried about this Doorman.
So
Jones
we've
disease.
got birth metaphors, we've got prison metaphors.
Well, yeah, definitely that. Yeah.
That's all I got right now.
I can't even follow with that. That sounds good.
So AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Predictions.
Sound effect. Here we go. I was too early.
Your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions.
Actually, this is more of news and gossip.
Ooh, good.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot. Yeah.
Well,
The news and gossip. Here's the
going.
thing: is
Good one.
the news and gossip kind of rolls into the predictions
Okay.
because the news and gossip is a spoiler.
Okay.
So if you do
Ooh.
not want to hear a spoiler,
No!
please turn off the video. Step
Spoiler
away.
alert.
Oh, I love it.
Spoiler alert.
The spoiler is that the dome is coming down at the end of the season.
Oh, it is.
The dome is coming down, and
Okay.
that has been
Confirmed?
That has been confirmed.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
We're done.
we're done.
We're done, girl.
You're done? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See all that. I love
I
it.
like that you closed your eyes too.
Exactly. Why don't you close your eyes?
I don't want to read your lips.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
I'm crazy when it comes to spoilers. Okay.
Okay.
So that is also my prediction because I already know it's going to happen.
It's gonna happen, yeah.
But in that way, and Amanda, this is fine for you to hear, but they're doing a finale that can be either a series finale or a season finale.
Got it. Okay.
So they're planning on, okay, if we don't get picked up, what do we do?
That's smart.
If we do get picked up, what do we do?
That's
Okay,
smart.
so it could be like a mysterious situation.
Well, you still leave
Yes.
a cliffhanger of some sort, but
Okay.
tie up a bunch of major things.
I feel like I know too much. Okay. Okay.
So what are you guys' predictions?
My prediction is the baby's gonna be born, and it's gonna
Tomorrow.
change
The baby's going to be born tomorrow.
and it's gonna change everything. I think the baby's gonna be illuminated.
Yes. The
feel
question is, what is the baby going to look like? And I don't mean the baby's going to look like a blend of Barbie and Ava.
Little mixed baby.
Yeah,
but we
that's-
mean like, what's it gonna look like?
Right. Is
What
it going to look like
entity?
a glowing egg ball?
Yes.
Like,
that's-
Is it going to have the little dots? Is it going to be a walking
Right.
field of energy dots?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm very
Stars
curious. Actually, I'm very curious. But I have a feeling when that baby comes out, things are going to go really haywire.
And is the baby even going to look like a human at all?
Right.
That's what we're saying, right?
And does the baby have super advanced powers? Is it going to act like a baby, or is it going to act like an advanced adult?
Because remember how Ava was suddenly very strong and quick because she got pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And we saw in the previews, she's kind of like flying all over the place.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so should be interesting. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Baby predictions.
I don't know what else I could predict after all that.
Yeah, I think we got it.
I know that Hector and Lily and Patrick, there is something there that is important that we don't know.
Yes, there is something with Lily that we definitely don't know.
Yeah.
Because we have these scenes with her and Hunter, and we have these...
Oh, how about the fact that she was able to kind of calm down her dad for a minute with like a sense memory, a smell?
Oh, that was the
coffee beans?
Emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she already knew that about
she knew
it.
that. She did know that.
But it was interesting how you thought that would like fix it, and then oh no,
Only for a minute.
He just flared right back up.
Buck wild.
By the way, that actor was incredible.
He was great.
He's in a lot of stuff. He's a character actor, and he's really good. I'm blanking out right now what he's been in, but he's good.
Ooh,
he's really good.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He brought a lot of realness to
I felt bad for him.
Yes.
I did.
And then we thought he was dead, and then oh no.
Nope.
He's a tube of despair.
Tube of despair.
Glass case of emotion.
Hashtag
we
tube of
leave
despair.
you in a glass case of emotion. Thank you for listening. You can find me on my website, I don't know why.
How many W's was that?
W's.
That's many W's.
Just go to 123jackieb.com.
That's right.
Everything's there. Amanda, where can the people find you?
At The Runway Queen on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me at Black Hope LA on Twitter, James Lott Jr. on Facebook, and tomorrow morning, my radio show I do every Friday morning on adrenalineradio.com.
Every
Amazing.
Friday.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.